Hi, this is Odast and welcome to my channel. Today we've got a special project. I am rebuilding my PC gamer that is approximately 5 years old. It actually has a really good Intel i7 processor in it, and so it needs a little bit of upgrading and a little bit of tender loving care. Currently the video card in it is a NVIDIA 480, and I have two of them in SLI. And part of what I'm trying to do is upgrade the video capacity because I am obviously creating videos, and so this would be helpful. So my choice was to go for NVIDIA because I am actually an NVIDIA fanboy, and I went with a 980 Ti in this build because I thought a Titan X would be slightly overkill. I generally like EVGA, so I went to their webpage and took a look at what was out there. So I decided on a particular model number, and I will share that with you. It is the 4996. There are a bunch of different EVGA models to look at. The reason I went with this one is because it has the ACX20, which is the dual cooling. It has a back plate. It's got the 6 gig. It is designed for overclocking and is not out of the box overclocked too much, which is the other reason I went for it. So what am I stepping up from and to? So the 480, just a single one, on CUDA cores it had 448. The Ti has 2,816, so that's a huge increase. The graphics, the clock on the graphics was 607 megahertz for the 480. Stock NVIDIA is 1,000. This particular card is 1,190. The processor on the 480 is 1.2 gigahertz. The stock processor on the 980 Ti is 1075 megahertz, so just about 1 gigahertz. This particular one is clocked a little higher at 1.291. The texture fill rate on the 480 was 34. This one is 176. Where this thing really shines is on the memory. We had the clock speed on the memory on the 480 was 1.674 megahertz. This is 7 gigahertz. Now on the memory capacity on the 480 we had 1.2 gigabits on DDR3. This is 6 on DDR5, so clearly quite a bit better. I'll do an unboxing, but before I do that I want to also talk about different models. Okay, so all of the Tis start out with 06G-4P as their part number from EVGA. But there are some significant differences. The 4995 only provides 250 watts of power. The 4996 is 275. The 4998 is 300 watts of power. And the reason I went with the 4996 is this is an older system. I really wasn't sure whether I had a power phase of 14+3. I know I've got 8+2 on this thing. I could have gone for the Kingpin, which is just an absolutely beautiful system, but once again, not worth the $1,000. I'd probably go for a Titan X. Okay, so let's do the unboxing. As you can see, 6 gigabits, DDR5. It's got a backplate, which I actually like. The fan is an upgraded fan, so that's a huge plus. It's cooler and quieter. Quieter is always better. Some of the specs. Also, it includes Precision X16, which of course you can download anyway. And then, you know, some little fun stuff on the back for propaganda. One of the things that was interesting about the Kingpin is you can actually get it in a single slot configuration, which would be quite nice. EVGA always gives you a wonderful poster. I have several of these. They don't seem to change their poster. Manuals, always quite useful, but present, drivers, and it's very nice of EVGA to give us a little label to put onto our systems. They also give us power connectors so that we can properly connect, and also a converter so that we have one to go to the older systems. This is a beautifully packed card, as you can see. It is non-reference because it does have dual coolers. Put that down. And as you can see, the coolers are quite nice. The inputs or outputs, DVI, you have display ports, and then you have HDMI, so you can do 4 monitors. That's interesting. They're giving you discounts on mice as well. So it's a much lighter card. The Titan is a very heavy card. This is not, and this even has a back plate that's not even a heavy card. So I'm looking forward to installing this, and I will give you results of the differentials by running some tests when we're done. Turning now to the specifications of this machine, as you can see, this system has a GTX 480 configured in SLI, so we've got 2 cards in place. The drivers are completely up to date, and also the processor is an Intel Core i7 980X, so it certainly isn't processor limited. So I ran Firestrike on this system, and as you can see, for a fairly old system, it scores fairly well, 4062, which is better than 32% of the systems tested out there. So not bad considering its age. So the next question is, was this upgrade worth it? So I replaced the card and I ran Firestrike again. And here are the results. As you can see, the score increased ridiculously to 13,863. That's with one single card. That puts it better than 94% of all results tested. Just shy of 4K gaming, which, if you want to think about what this machine is really doing at its age, is not bad at all. So, end results, is it worth it? Absolutely. Hey, this is Odast, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you learned something. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe below. Once again, thank you for watching. Odast out.